Hey!
Hey, welcome to another evening in the Madhouse.
In
Hey,
the
Ben.
Madhouse. Hey, sweetheart.
How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good. We are Janet and Vinny from the Soluri.
No Guts,
No
No
Glory
Glory
Hour,
Hour.
as you guys already know. And it is what? It is the last Monday in June. June 29th.
Summer's coming soon.
No, summer's already here.
Oh, it
was
is?
here a week ago, yeah.
I wouldn't be
June
able to tell.
21st. Although it doesn't feel like summer, it's like October-ish and June-ish.
Yeah.
So.
It's June-tober.
It's over. Yeah, we're still waiting to get on the beach with the Jeep, but
That
they say
hasn't
it's
happened
coming.
yet.
No. But, so it's the last Monday, and we are broadcasting live right now on iTunes, USA.com. So if you are in your car, on your boat, maybe just lounging at home and floating in the raft in your pool.
That's a plane.
I know. I have prompting behind the camera, which you can't see. I thought that meant, Tom, lounging on a raft in the pool, but no, on a plane.
Anywhere you
Really,
are. Anywhere you can
are.
get iTunes, it's there. Sitting on the bowl,
Playing charades.
wiping your
Don't go
counter down.
Yeah. But anyway, so you can find us there, and you can be listening if you can't actually be watching us. But if you're watching us, you already know that.
It's nice that Tom's staying behind the camera this week.
That's right. This is like a game of charades. We need a camera on you.
We did. We had one on last week, didn't we? He walked in front of the camera.
He did. He kind of threw us right off guard. But anyway, so we're making our way towards July 4th weekend.
Yes.
And I just want to say now,
Big
in
party
advance,
weekend.
everybody have fun, but make sure you're safe, right?
Yes.
There's a lot of people on
You'll
the road.
You'll be singing this weekend,
I will be singing, yes, with my new band, the Michael Shane Band.
right? At Bobby Crothers' house party
Yeah.
in Patchogue.
Lots of stuff. Congratulations to all the graduates. I know there was many, so I just want to give a shout out to all you kids. Get out there in the world, kick some ass, have confidence, don't ever stop pushing, follow your dreams. You can really attain anything.
Oh, and I want to tell everybody if they're going to Ocean Beach, Fire Island, stay at the Palms Hotel. Chris Macagliano
That's right.
and Laura Macagliano. Beautiful place. The place is amazing. Go there, mention our names. They'll take care of you. They take care of everybody.
Right, and watch those sharks now.
Watch the
But anyway, we should really get to it because we have a returning guest tonight, and he has a lot to talk about. So we are not going to hesitate any further to welcome Russ Camarda into the studio again. Hi, Russ.
Hi, it's great to be back.
Welcome.
It's
Awesome.
so good to have you back because Russ, he knows this. I tell him all the time. You are one of my all-time favorite actors.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, from the first time I actually saw you in The Night Never Sleeps, I turned to my husband and said, "Why isn't this guy like in Hollywood?"
Yeah.
He's
I look
got-
in the mirror and say that all the time.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's never too late.
That's right.
So Russ is, among other things, first and foremost, I guess, actor, director,
You're going to need more fingers. Go ahead.
yeah, producer, writer,
Cameraman.
cameraman. I know you like to do some boxing on the side.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah,
without-
I mean,
Yeah.
you do everything. Actually, and that's good because you're out there doing a little bit of everything.
Yeah, well, I stay busy. And it's good to be back. And first of all, before we start, congratulations on your, I know I'm late to the party, but your comedy debut.
Oh, thanks, Ross.
That's,
yeah,
as
that
a-
was pretty cool.
As a performer, I will tell you, I've never done it, and I don't think I would ever do it. Stand-up comedy is the hardest thing in the world.
Well, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to continue to do
Good.
it. I got a great manager, Kevin Meza, and we're going to be doing some other things. Maybe in August. Maybe you come out.
I would love
Come
to.
sit down.
As
Let me
long as
try
I'm
to
not
make you laugh.
working, I'll be there. I'd love
Yeah,
to see it.
good.
That's awesome.
Well, you're probably going to be working because you're so busy. So we did have you in the studio. We talked before we got on camera, trying to figure out when it was. It was like October
25th.
Of 2013, a couple
of
of years ago.
2013,
Yeah.
so like a year and a half ago.
Right, yeah.
It was the old studio,
Yes.
and I told you wait till you see the new one because it's
Yeah,
definitely
I
a lot
like this
bigger.
one.
Tom and Tommy and Vicky and Janine, they're taking Madhouse to a great place.
It's
you
a
know.
madhouse.
It's a madhouse.
You know what?
Definitely.
There's a lot of thought, heart, and love put into this place. I
Yeah.
mean, and it's continually getting better.
Well,
daily. I mean,
it's
they
a-
always do a change. They make something else. They add. I mean, there's
It's
no
a-
limits to them making it a better
It's a
place.
great space, and you guys are just a blast. That's why I couldn't wait to come
Thanks.
back.
So
I just had
we
such a good
really
time.
couldn't wait to have you back. But now you have so many things going on that let's just dive right into this.
Well, I'm here to I'll dive right in.
I want the world
It's
to
been
know.
well. Last time I was on, we had just finished a couple of the two Fred Carpenter films, Night Never Sleeps and Send No
Fred.
Flowers. Yeah, Fred Worth. Hi, Fred.
We love you, Fred.
We love Fred. Fred was our first guest.
Oh,
He was
good.
the first guest we've ever had, him and Donna DeCiani. And
It's all gone downhill from there. No, but
we can't top it since.
yeah, it's hard.
We're
It's hard.
trying.
But at that point-
It's hard to follow Fred Carpenter.
but
But at
back
that
then-
point, yeah, those films were on their way to being sold, and we made a deal with a distribution company. So now I'm back to Hawk. The two films are now going to be on video on demand on Time Warner Cable, Comcast, Cox Cable. I think they're going to go return to Verizon at some point.
Wow.
We're trying to get them on Optimum Online so a lot of the Long Island folks can get them. So it's going to be all over the country, wherever Time Warner, Comcast, and Cox Cable, which is huge, all over.
Yeah, absolutely.
Those two films, Send No Flowers and Night Never Sleeps, will be on video on demand. So I'm here pushing those, so if you
Right.
have
Of
those.
course.
Let me ask you, is that like a pay-per-view? You rent those movies?
Yeah, I guess however the on-demand system works for those
Right.
cable outlets.
And they're very inexpensive to rent.
Yeah, it's like
and-
$4.99 or so. It
And
depends. I
I'm
really
reaching
don't
out
know.
to everybody. Get on, watch these movies. They're fabulous.
Yeah, they
Right.
really are.
Fabulous.
Right, in a little bit we'll show the trailer for at least one of them.
Right.
Maybe we'll get
We're
to
gonna-
both
we're
of
gonna
them. We'll
tease
show
the
them.
people.
Right.
But the last month has been real busy for stuff that's coming up for me. It's like a dry, dead winter of nobody calling you, and a whole bunch of things. So I've done a lot of sort of collaborating with other artists, and there's at least 3 feature things that script things that I'm involved in that are in the kind of gestation period. We're just starting to look for funds and look for investors. So. We can talk a little bit about those, and there were some short films I'm involved in. I'm shooting a short film actually tomorrow and Wednesday for Debbie Markowitz and her Intention Films Media Group called By Blood, and that hopefully she may, I don't know what her intention is, but I think she may take that short and try and expand it into a feature at some point. So that's looking for
Okay.
investors.
And that's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow. I'm
So
shooting
as soon
it
as
tomorrow.
you leave here, you have to go home, get some sleep.
Yeah.
You gotta have your nice camera.
I'm not
phone.
going to tell Debbie, but I have to learn my lines.
Somehow, I know you pull it off no matter what the situation
Right.
is. So that's tomorrow, and that's going to be local?
Yeah, I think we're shooting that in, I don't know where we're shooting it yet, but somebody will tell me.
Well, you may not want to say, though, because when everybody knows how great of an actor you are, people are just going to show up,
Yeah,
no,
no,
Mr. Camarda.
I haven't seen that happen yet, so I wouldn't worry about it. First, I have to pronounce my name correctly.
I pronounced it
You did get it. No, you
Camarda?
got it. No, you
Actually,
got it. You're the only one who's got it.
But it's exactly how it's spelled.
I
So
tried.
if people take that extra 2 seconds to
Yeah.
look at, that happens a lot with people's names. If people just look, sometimes it's exactly
It is.
how it's
3
spelled.
syllables, very simple.
Right. But in New York, we rush everything. So what do you want to talk about first? Because you have so much.
Well, I think the fun thing to do, maybe we'll show the Night Never Sleeps trailer. You think we could do that?
We
Yeah.
could definitely
Because
do that.
that's a fun trailer,
So-
and that's the one that's going to be on Time Warner Cox.
Listen, we got Vicky Mealy in the sound room.
That's
So
right. We could do whatever we
We
want.
can do whatever
But before
we want.
Before we get into that, I just want to mention some of the people who are in that film.
Yes.
And there's so many of them. Christine James Walker, okay, a beautiful, young, talented actress who was on our show a few months ago.
Dan Brennan,
Dan Brennan,
right? Armand Asante,
Armand Asante.
Robert Clohessy,
Mark
Eric
Mendoza,
Roberts.
right?
Yeah.
Mark Mendoza.
No, he wasn't in Night Never
No,
Sleeps.
Oh, no, he was in Send No Flowers.
Right.
Okay. Robert Clohessy.
Robert Clohessy, Trinity,
Stephanie Finocchio,
Yeah.
who's been on our show. I mean, there's just, the cast is amazing.
Right, and it's directed by Fred Carpenter, written by Mike Lavaglia, all local guys.
Wow.
Great group
All
of
Long Islanders.
all Long Islanders, and it was a great experience, and it's a real kick-ass action cop bad guy movie.
Absolutely.
It really
And you
is.
scared the hell out. You were like, that was it. You sold me in that performance. That was it. My first time seeing you, and I'm a fan ever since. So, Vicky, if we can just watch that clip and share it with the audience.
Trailer for The Night Never Sleeps. Feels good to make your own rules, don't it?
I'm not like you.
Take me to jail then. No, you want to send me to hell, don't you? Well, you pull that trigger, and we're going together.
We are playing a very different game here. Get your head out of your ass and look around.
What are you doing? You get a cop shot to death while on duty? in some bar, and there's no witnesses, and his partner's lost taking the powder,
I mean, why else would he go in the bar without any backup?
and you're doing what? You're the boss.
Chief, you know, I think me and you, I think we're the same.
They're killing cops out there. Let's take care of this.
I'm not that cop anymore. And you're not gonna be that cop. Give me an address.
Well, you're not a whore to me. You know why? Because I don't pay for it.
Look at me! Lines? Rules? There are no rules. You walk around that collar just to save your own ass. Play it smart. That's the key to going far in the department.
You played smart?
Internal affairs rats have been here all night watching me, and they're looking for you.
Have it on! My order! 1013, 1013. Officer down. We need a bus now!
Wherever you're going, it's a dark place, man. You're crossing into a dark place and you can't come back.
Play by the rules, TC. It's the only thing that separates us from the savages.
Why did you do this to me, man? Go!
We're all police officers. That's what it says on the ID card in our wallet. Please don't move. But we are not all cops.
You've been pretending your whole life, man, and now you're gonna live for real like me. And the best part is I get to be here to see it.
What are you gonna do? Do you really want to know?
And that was it, the trailer for the
Wow.
Night Never Sleeps.
We did forget to mention Eric Roberts and our good friend John Bonavita.
John
also known as
Bonavita.
John
Yeah,
Bon.
that's right. He plays the priest.
That's
right,
my
there's just
buddy.
so
I
many
love you,
people.
John. I love you. Have a safe trip to Chicago. I know you're on your way there tomorrow, so.
And that film actually won several awards
Yes,
in
it
the
did.
2012
Yeah,
film festival.
when it was in a bunch of film festivals in 2012, it won a couple of them.
Yeah.
A couple of the local festivals, the Long Island Expo, I think it won the Audience Award. I think it won Hoboken's Best Thing, and we picked up a
Well, you know
couple
what?
of
The
individual-
trailer's really exciting.
It's cool.
But the movie is phenomenal.
Yeah, the movie's just as exciting.
Oh
for
my
the whole
God, it's
thing.
phenomenal all the way through. It's just
Yeah,
like
it's worth your $4.99.
I didn't want it to end when it ended. I just wanted to
Yeah.
keep going. You know,
Yeah.
it's like
And it's a very flavored cast, so I mean,
Yeah.
it's just.
It's a good action pick, and it's got some. It's got a good story underneath it.
And who wrote that one?
That one was written by Michael Lavaglio, who's
Okay.
he's a career cop, you know, and a screenwriter. So a lot of his scripts have that kind of that flavor in the dialogue. You can't buy that. I mean,
Exactly.
it's just so
well, it's,
authentic,
it's,
you know.
Yeah, it's authentic because he lived it. You know.
Yeah.
That's great. I love his last name too, Lavaglio.
Lavaglio. Well, we like all paisans.
yeah, that's
exactly.
good names. Those are
Yeah,
good
exactly,
names.
exactly.
If it ends in a
Exactly.
vowel, it's a good name. you
Yeah,
know?
it's been a busy little stretch, and I've gotten to do some fun things, and like I said, there's a couple of shorts that I'm involved in that are looking to expand into feature-length stuff. Those two films are going to be on video on demand. So
Do we
things are
know the
picking up.
date when they're going to be on? or-
I think it's
July
July
1st.
1st.
I believe it's
I
July
think it's
1st. Yeah.
Wednesday or whatever it is.
Wow.
It starts.
Yeah. So
It's right here, man.
so now let's bounce back
Mhm.
to what you're going to be filming tomorrow,
Tomorrow,
and that's called what?
it's called By Blood.
Okay.
And it's Deborah Markowitz, who is also she's the Nassau County Film Office, but she's a director and writer now, and she's done a couple of different short films recently, and this is her latest piece, and it's really a 3-character short that I think she wants to expand eventually into a larger piece, but I don't know. But it's about 3 people who grew up, 2 brothers and a girl they know. They grow up from little kids, and one of them marries the girl when they're older, and the short picks up, she has died, and it's like her wake, her funeral, and it's me and my brother. I'm one of the brothers, and this sort of intrigue scene evolves as to all the secrets that one didn't know about the other growing up, and what she knew and what they knew, and it's all this interpersonal, you know, Cain and Abel type stuff, and it turns into kind of a sexy thriller with flashbacks, and
Now, are the brothers at odds? I mean, 'cause
they
now
don't
they're
start
fighting-
out that way.
They don't start
But
out
they
start out
end
tight.
up that
right,
way.
but with all this knowledge that
Yes,
starts to
right. It all
erupt.
starts to come out, and you know, through flashback reveals of all of their interrelationships, it ends up being a kind of a thriller at the end.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, we gotta take a commercial break.
Okay, yeah. And we have do we have a clip for that?
That one?
No, because you're just starting it.
Yeah, that
Right.
one.
You might, okay. I saw so many things prior to the show. Okay, so we are gonna take a quick commercial break, and Russ has so much more to share with us. So you guys stick around.
Being a fireman is more than just putting out blazes and giving kittens CPR. Sometimes my duty demands I fan the flames, like when a call comes in from a lady who needs immediate assistance.
Maybe she needs help with a computer thing. Maybe she wants to go antique. Could be as simple as understanding that walking in heels it's hard. Aussi simple que l'été dernier à Paris. C'est sympa. Maybe it's ladies' night in, and she wants a simple, delicious recipe for margaritas with a twist. First, a can of limeade. Now hold on to this. You'll be using it. Side note, kittens make everything better. Next, add water. Now, a bottle of light beer. No, shh. Trust me, I'm a professional. And last, and most important, Sauza Blue tequila. Now, mix it up. Ole. Yes, that's what I'm trained for. Whether it's to help her choose leggings or pants, telling her leggings are pants, or discussing leggings and jeggings versus pant pegging at her next ladies' night in, I'll come to the rescue. Don't call me a hero. Just call me. Let me know what time.
Hi, I'm Tom Mealy from Madhousetv, and when I'm not at the studio, I'm here at the Harrison Law Group. This is my real job. And this January 2015, Brett and I are putting together a show called Legal Straight Talk. It'll be aired on Cablevision as well as here at Madhousetv. You need to tune in. This information that we're going to be giving the public is the real deal. It's all about what you should do, what you shouldn't do. So tune in this January 2015 for a new episode of Legal Straight Talk.
Dunkin' Donuts are always fresh. I made the donuts. We make them at least twice every day. Time to make the donuts. Not a few kinds, like supermarket. Made the donuts. Time to make the donuts. But up to 52 varieties. The donuts. Time to make the donuts. I made the donuts. Dunkin' Donuts, up to 52 varieties, fresh day and night. No supermarket can say.
And we're back.
And we are back.
We're back with Russ Camarda. And before we left for the commercial break, we were talking about a short that Russ is going to go home and learn his lines for and shoot tomorrow. He's that professional.
If you call that professional.
A Debbie Markowitz short film.
Right.
And do you have a target date? Does she have a target date when she wants to? Because I would love to, when this is all done.
Yeah, well, my guess is, once it's shot, those things go into post and they get edited and sound mix and all that stuff. So I would think I would imagine by the fall, maybe
Great.
you'll start to see clips of it. And
I'm hoping that you're going to let us know,
I'll
because
let you
we'll
know
always
whenever.
promote it and mention it, and
Absolutely.
we'd love
Absolutely.
to see the short and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
And we do have a couple of quick pictures that I know you brought, just regarding that.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah. There's a
if we
couple of
could
stills
show
from it.
from By Blood, and if
right.
you could just tell us what they are, Vicky's going to just put them up.
Sure. Yeah. Oh, that's me angry.
Yeah, and you know what? You look really angry.
Well,
You
what
look
it-
so different.
What it is because there's several flashback scenes. That's me. Supposedly 15 years ago. So my hair's dyed, and
Right.
and there's the girl that
That's the girl that
both my
passes
brother
away.
and I know, and so we have.
Is she moving in for the kiss?
I think she's getting ready to strangle me there. She's not happy with
So now
not
it-
happy with me.
it's a series of flashbacks then in that story?
Yeah, it's
They're gonna-
basically the two brothers, and the other actor is Joseph Halsey, who's done a lot of independent film and stuff. In fact, I saw they announced he won an award as an actor for the upcoming Long Island Film Expo.
Oh,
He just
fantastic.
did a short. So he plays the other brother. The actress is Diana Durango, and she's been in a bunch of stuff as well. So yeah, it's really just the two brothers having this conversation at her wake, but everything they talk about flashes back to another
Right,
moment, and it reveals all the secrets, and it's sexy
And it's a
nasty,
well,
and yeah.
And everybody loves a little bit of sex.
Yeah,
or a
that's
lot of
what
bit
it
of
is.
sex. I mean,
Right, right,
listen, sex sells.
Anytime they let
whether it's
me,
music
anytime they let me go into
Sex costs too.
Yeah, it depends.
No, it costs.
Yeah, you're right.
No
You're
matter
absolutely-
what.
Yeah, there always is a bill to pay.
Sex sells, if somebody's paying for it. If it sells,
And anytime
somebody's
they
paying.
cast me where I can, be with a blonde and somewhere, I'll do it. So
Yeah.
That's fine.
But that's awesome. We look forward to that. So you will. I'm going to hold you to this. You're going to get back in touch with us. We keep in touch intermittently, but you're going to get in touch and let us know. And
I'll let you know when that's coming.
maybe
and,
we can get Debbie to come down, and
yeah,
you guys
sure.
can come down and
Absolutely.
and talk about it when it comes
Absolutely.
out. Yeah, it sounds like a great script.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
Okay, so that's one thing that you're doing,
Right.
and then hit me
Okay,
up with
well,
some more, 'cause
there's
I-
another short that I finished in the wintertime. I want to say November-ish, December-ish, up in Massachusetts, called Animal, and that's a really talented young filmmaker. And he's again, what they do with these shorts a lot of times. Sometimes they're standalone pieces. A short film is a short
Just
film.
made
Is a
to
short
be a
film.
short
Made to
film.
be a short film.
Plain and
Other
simple.
times they try and turn them into feature films.
Right.
They use it as a selling tool to say, "Hey, we want to turn this into a big thing."
Like a giant trailer.
Right, exactly, like a trailer.
Right.
So I did a film up in Massachusetts last fall called Animal, which I brought the trailer for. If you want to take a look at that.
Definitely.
And I got a lot of projects spinning around in my head.
I
The
know.
other one is one of the writers. Actually, my director of photography for a film I directed called Night for Day, and he was also the director of photography for Night Never Sleeps. And did he do Send No Flowers as well? I don't remember, but he's a longtime friend of mine. Sean King wants to make his feature directorial debut as a feature director, and he wrote a script called Hunter's Moon, and we just shot a teaser, another short for that. I brought a couple of stills of that. So that's kind of a horror film. So you got Animal, which is a dramatic thriller thing that I shot up in Massachusetts that we're trying to turn into a feature. And you have Hunter's Moon, which is a short that they're trying to turn into a feature. Then you got the Debbie thing, which is a short. So there's all these things that are, like I said, in the beginning stages of looking for people to get involved who want to be producers, who want to be part of
the
a feature
industry.
film. And these things are incredibly expensive. When you stretch it out to make a feature-length thing, it takes a lot of effort, a lot of crew, a lot of all kinds of stuff. Because I'm involved in all of them, I figured coming here to talk to you tonight, what could I talk about? Well, I might as well hawk myself
Listen.
and say, look, if you folks out there want to be part of any of these feature things in any way as a producer, contact me.
Reach out to
You know
you.
what?
Reach out to me.
Look right into the camera and
Reach
tell
out to
them-
me.
tell them
You can reach me. You can email me directly at Russ, R-U-S-S, at tagstudiony.com. TAGSTUDIONY.com. Russ at tagstudiony.com. And if you're the kind of guy you don't want to buy the second boat, but you want to be a movie producer, I have all kinds of projects that are ready to go, in the stage, ready to be crewed up and cast and shot. And like I was telling you guys beforehand, it's rare. I'll act anywhere. I love to act and I love to be part of people's projects. But when I get involved on the producer end of it, it has to mean something.
Right.
I'm not going to do it to waste my time. So these couple of projects that I'm talking about are valuable to me, and I'm willing to go out there and try and help find the money to make them happen. So if anybody
So
happens
pretty much
to be,
you're willing to share it with somebody.
absolutely.
And like you said, they're expensive, but they could be pretty rewarding.
Absolutely. Well, the thing about the thing about it is not only like the track record's there now, because the
Right.
last two films that I was a producer on, the two Fred Carpenter films, are on television.
Right.
All
You know
over the
what?
country.
I didn't realize not only did you act, but you produced those as
Yes,
well.
right. I edited both those films as well.
Wow.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
edited
because
both
you
those
also behind the camera.
Right. In fact, I
as
shot
well.
a few days on those
Very
films
much.
too as a cameraman.
That is just
Because everybody had when you're at that level where you're scraping for every dollar, everybody's pitching in and doing everything, and everybody who does independent film knows that, and you really have to put in the work and just pitch in and do everything. And in my other life, to pay the mortgage, that's what I am. I'm an editor and a shooter and a cameraman, and I do whatever I can do.
I think it's got to be amazing when you put all this effort into it, and once you start the editing process and all that, to really see it come together
Right.
and become this film. I mean, this story that makes sense and flows and has its beauty, and whether it's a dramatic horror, whatever, it's still beautiful how it comes together. I mean, use the
Right.
word beautiful, but you know what I mean? Because
Yeah, sure.
it gets created.
You know
into
what?
This more beautiful
A film is never
creation.
the writing isn't finished until the edit is finished.
Right.
Because
Editing's everything.
and especially in film, an actor's performance is built in the edit, because you have 6 takes, maybe all subtly different, maybe vastly different interpretations of that particular line. The editor and the director, the editor first, really, but they make the decision on, what that's going to look, how it's going
Right.
to, how long to hold on this look. So when you watch an actor's performance, that editor helped create
Right,
that.
the angle of the shot.
The angle, how
Because
long.
even
Which reaction of the line you're going to use.
Exactly.
The
expression
facial
on
expression.
a facial
exactly.
expression. You don't even have to say a word. Sometimes a facial expression is enough to either scare you or make you cry or whatever it is.
And I got
So
news for
really
you.
editing's-
Sometimes expressions are pulled from other scenes.
Yeah,
You know what? I
exactly.
really need him to look like this in this moment.
Right.
He doesn't have it.
exactly. And
Let's
that's
find
a
it
really
over
good
here.
Well,
editing.
I've caught that, and what comes to mind is what was that one? Beverly Hills Cop. What was the one with 48 Hours?
Nick Nolte and Eddie Murphy.
Right. Well, they showed the scene
Right.
of the Porsche when remember it was in the storage for many years, came out all dusty.
Right.
But if you look back earlier, you'll see that scene of the Porsche driving down the road. So they show that scene twice.
Right.
Yeah, he catches all
I
that
do,
kind
I
of
do.
Yeah, all
stuff.
continuity
But-
stuff.
I should be in with the editor,
Right.
Because I catch it. Oh my God, that cup wasn't there.
Sometimes you have no choice.
That cup wasn't there
Right.
when he said the other word.
Right.
Yeah, that's fun. So now, do you enjoy that as much as you do acting? I mean, being behind the camera, being
I'm not
creative in that way.
I don't like editing. It's to me, editing's work. Editing is a
Acting's
chore.
fun.
Acting's the gig.
Yeah.
Acting is the gig because first of all, it's my first artistic expression for me. That's what I learned to do first, and it's the easiest part of the day. It's a 12-hour day. Come on, do my stuff. Go sit down while they light. Everybody wants to be the actor.
Yeah.
The other stuff's hard.
But see, you're involved in 3 projects at once.
Yes.
Like, what if you like combining lines? Like,
No,
when
no,
you were
that-
we were talking about it before, I'm thinking, okay, how does this guy film 3 different things at once, pretty much? And I mean, you just have to keep all your lines separate. I mean,
Right.
maybe
Well,
that
it's not,
sounds silly.
luckily
but
these
you're busy.
aren't that close. These
Okay.
aren't all stacked up like that. But occasionally you'll do things. When I was doing those pictures there, the flashback thing, the next day I was telling you before, when we did Send No Flowers, one of the actors in that was Tony Lobianco,
Great
who's in The French Connection.
Right.
And, he'd been around forever.
Right, Tony's good.
Cool guy. And I was online at the airport, getting ready to go to Seattle, and my phone rings, and it's Tony Lobianco, and he calls me and he says, "Listen, I just wrote a feature script about my childhood, and it's kind of a dramatic telling of my growing up in the 50s and gangs and all that stuff, and I'm doing a reading at the Actors Studio, and I want you to play a couple of parts in it."
Wow.
And I was like, "Sure, when is it?" And he told me, and it was like the day before this other thing. So, okay, I got to learn that. Then I got to learn, so you do every now and then those things stack up. But I couldn't pass up that opportunity.
Absolutely not. And when was this? How
That
long
was
this?
in June. I think it was in June.
Now,
beginning of June.
and where was it?
His reading was at the actor studio. You know, inside the actor studio.
Yes, yeah.
The actual actor studio in New York. He did a stage reading on the stage where for me, that was like Mecca.
Yeah, I wish I knew about that.
That was all
definitely would have gone.
That was all.
Was it a very closed thing?
Well, no. He opened it up to he's looking for investors too. So he opened it up to
Tell
people.
Him to come on the show, Tony. Come on the show.
But it was so great to be there and act on the stage where so many people, legends, from Brando to Montgomery Clift, Marilyn Monroe, and Pacino, De Niro, all these people worked their stuff.
Well, you seen the sign.
I did see the sign.
Take us in.
All right, is this me right
Yep,
here?
that's
All right,
you.
we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll have more with Janet and Vinny on the Soluri No Guts, No Glory Hour.
All right.
That was awesome.
Good job.
My name is Dr. Robert Brevard. I'm here for Multi-Medicine in Westbury, New York. We're located at 1065 Old Country Road, Suite 214. Been here for about 15 years. The practice has medical doctors, physical therapists, chiropractors, acupuncturists. We also do pain management, and we have orthopedists on staff. Here at Advanced Multi-Medicine Rehabilitation, we've got physical therapists on staff who treat an array of conditions, from neck pain to back pain, shoulder pain. We treat carpal tunnel. We treat a lot of car accident patients, slip and falls. We treat patients with knee injuries, with ankle injuries. We have state-of-the-art equipment. We've been here for over 15 years. Vast array of diagnostic testing, from x-rays to EMGs. What is an EMG? It's a diagnostic test that allows a doctor to determine where the pinched nerve is. Cora is a physical therapist at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. She's working on Stephanie, who was involved recently in an automobile accident. Stephanie has tight thoracic and cervical musculature, and Cora is doing some myofascial release work and some therapeutic stretching doing it to help her with her pain. Vicky is also a patient here at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. Vicky is now working her leg muscles, specifically her quadricep muscles, trying to strengthen them after an injury she sustained. If you find yourself in need of any type of physical therapy, please don't hesitate to call Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation, located in Westbury, New York, in Suite 214. Phone number is 516-334-7000, or find us on our website at advancedmultimedicine.com.
After all the candles are blown out, after the last toast of the night, Cambridge paving stones with Armortech stand the test of time. Beautifully designed, built to last. Only Cambridge paving stones have Armortech, our unique process that produces a rich, distinctive color. Create your own memories with Cambridge paving stones. Visit CambridgePavers.com.
Cambridge paving stones with Armortech will always look like new.
You know you already want a Toyota, but when you want more from your Toyota store, you want Smithtown Toyota, where every Toyota comes with Smithtown Toyota's Toyota for Life program, giving you lifetime New York State inspections, lifetime 10% discounts on all parts and service, 2 years of complimentary oil changes, 2 years of scheduled maintenance, and more, all at no cost to you, plus low clear-out deals on every Toyota in stock. Get more from your Toyota store. Hurry to Smithtown Toyota.
And we're back with Russ Camarda.
How do you always know we're back?
Yeah, I'm good that way.
Wow, you're like right on time every time. I'm like, how does she know?
And I always have to, of course, say we're back with one of my favorite actors, Russ Camarda. So we're back.
I'm back with my favorite host.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny because in between commercials, I keep running into the radio studio and getting on the iTunes and saying hello to the fans and people watching.
Oh, wait a minute. I want to run in the commercial break and say hello to all the fans.
You sure can.
I
Next
didn't know
one's
you were
on
doing that. Wow. Okay, I'm going to drag Russ and we're both going to say hello. And you can sit here and...
And I'll talk to myself.
There you go. So now, okay, one of your other projects is A Hunter's Moon. Is it A Hunter's
No,
Moon?
Hunter's Moon.
Hunter's
That's
Moon.
the other one I was telling you. That's another feature that we're working on. You're breaking the set right here. You're knocking pieces
It's
of
like
the
a
table.
kid. I gotta keep in control.
I was trying to hold my
That's
tongue.
okay. And that's Sean King, and actually one of the writers who wrote Send No Flowers, Lee Kolinsky, they wrote it's a horror script basically about a bunch of guys who go up on a camping trip and into a place that they didn't expect, a wooded area that they didn't expect was infested with a special breed of werewolves.
Okay.
So it's a really cool old school horror film, and Sean asked me a while back to take a look at it because he was thinking of one of the guys as a part for me to play, and I said, hey, can I take a pass at the script? Meaning let me do a draft of it. So I took a draft and wrote it, and then we all got together, Lee and Sean and I, and we kind of collaborated on all our thoughts, and we came up with a really cool script, kind of in the vein of like Alien or Jaws, where it's a real character-driven. It's more about the guys in the cabin and their interaction than it is about the werewolves outside.
Right.
So it is a horror film, and but it's in the vein of Quint Brody and Hooper. It's that kind of
exactly.
So it's a really and that's why I'm so in love with it and really want to do it. And we shot a short teaser of that. Like I said, sometimes you shoot these short films to help get money. So Sean is in the middle of cutting that. We shot that a couple of weeks ago.
So that's all done now. It's in the edit.
He's editing that, and I think I brought a couple of stills of Hunter's Moon just because I couldn't get the footage, so I just brought a couple of stills.
Well, Sean, we want that footage, but in the meantime, okay.
There's
so
one.
that's
there's me and one of the hunters battling one of the baby creatures that has crawled into our cabin.
Okay.
And then there's me getting angry at somebody else. So I'm always angry.
I was
Every
gonna say,
time you see me,
you're
I'm angry at
You're
somebody.
a good angry guy.
So so again, these are all projects that I think if I have any reputation in kind of the local Long Island film community, if anybody knows me, you know that if I'm going to get involved, at that level where it's like I'm going to go asking for money, that it's for real, that it's serious.
Exactly.
It's serious. It's not.
Well, your reputation, speaks for itself, and everybody knows that.
And you are known because anybody I talk to in the industry from Long Island, because we're based here, they always seem to know you. So
well, that's good. Hopefully, it's all good.
And everybody has good things to say.
That's good.
Thank God, because I'll knock somebody in the nose.
Good,
if
good.
they don't.
So with the Debbie Markowitz, the By Blood film that I'm doing tomorrow, and Hunter's Moon, Sean King's film, and I'm also doing Dan Brennan's film. He's working on a feature called Buddy Parker.
Buddy Parker.
Right. We spoke to Dan on that.
So with all those things going on that I'm involved in at a level where I'm committed, that's why I say if I'm asking you for money, if I'm asking for people to get involved as producers, come talk to me, and I can guarantee you it's going to be a good experience, and it's going to be a valuable piece when it's finished. It won't just be some silly thing that was put together.
Again, like you said, anybody that knows you, and for maybe people who haven't really seen your work yet, I don't know, you're missing a lot if you haven't, but we're going to reiterate, especially at the end of the show, the whole Night Never Sleeps, Send No Flowers, and where it's going to be available on July 1st. So if you're not familiar with Russ, at that point when those films are available, you're going to see the quality of the actor that this guy is, and know that not just in front of the screen, but anything he's involved in, it's good stuff, it's quality stuff. Right. So in maybe helping you fund these projects, it's definitely it's worth it.
Yeah, it is.
You deliver. Listen, you deliver the goods.
Right.
There's no doubt about it.
I think the thing of it is I come from a background where I started in the theater, and story is everything. Plot is one thing. Plot's what happens in the thing. But story's what is it about? What are you trying to say? What's the message? What is the theme of the thing? And that's what I was taught and rooted in as an artist. So anything I get involved in, I want to find out what the story is. And if the story speaks to me, I don't care if it's a werewolf movie or if it's if the story is solid and truthful and honest, then you got me. Then I'm
well, you know what it is. You make your character so real. I mean, it's so believable. So. every role that I've seen you play,
You get drawn in.
yeah, you're
Very
definitely captured by your performance, and that's exceptional.
Well, we have a friend who's been on the show a couple of times that we met by chance, and it was like an immediate love for the guy. I just want to say hello to Mike Funk, who
Yes.
was just in Fred's movie Charlie Mantle, that was just out last year.
Yep.
And I know Mike said that he would love, he so admires your work.
Oh.
And would love to possibly in the future do something with you. And I have to tell you, he's great, you're great. We would love to see you guys together. So if it ever becomes a chance,
Hey.
that would be a great thing.
I,
you know, 'cause he knows your work.
I love working. So
Yeah.
Good.
I have the Christopher Walken mentality of, and I've developed this over years after getting over some initial youthful snobbery. I've come along to the Christopher Walken theory of do whatever's next.
There you go.
They say, do you want to do this? You go, all right, it's not going to be embarrassing. I'll do it. So I try and work as much as I can as an actor. But
That's
like I
great.
said, when I get involved at a different level, then it has to be, for real, something that's truthful to me.
Well, we're asking everybody
That's
to
great.
go to his website, his email address.
I'll give you that again. It's Russ at Tag Studio, TAGSTUDIONY, tagstudiony.com. If you're a potential person who might want to be involved in any of these projects, let me know.
Yeah, he's the real deal. So now we didn't cover. We have another clip, don't we?
You do.
We
You
have
well,
Send No
I brought you.
Flowers,
I
so-
brought
Yeah.
you Send No Flowers, which is premiering with Night Never Sleeps on video on demand, and I brought you the trailer for Animal, which was the other.
That's what we want. Okay, so
All right,
give
so
it-
let's take a look at Animal. This
Yeah, let's
is
talk
a
about
short
it, and then
film. This is a short film I shot in Massachusetts in the last fall, and it'll be coming out.
Cold.
This
Was
fall.
it really freezing?
It was. It
In-
was
I
actually
mean,
good weather.
Massachusetts-
Yeah, it was. It wasn't too bad.
Okay, Massachusetts is nice.
so-
do you want to tell? Do you want to like lead
Basically, it's a thriller. A kid meets a girl on Halloween night. He's all dressed in his Halloween prison costume. Picks up a girl. She takes him to a boat. He wakes up the next morning having been drugged, and he finds me on the boat instead of her. And I am now chasing him through the woods to,
And
do horrible things to him.
No offense, but I'm sure he was quite surprised because you're not as pretty as probably the girl he felt.
Not even close.
Before he woke up,
Not even close.
he was with a very beautiful girl probably, and then you
Yeah,
had Russ,
that's right.
who
So-
was probably angry, which makes you
Always
even
angry.
less appealing.
Right, always angry.
Okay, so we can go to the clip.
Yeah, you can
again?
go to the trailer. Absolutely.
Fantastic.
Turn around and keep walking.
What are we doing here?
I'm looking for your stash, Ben.
What?
I know who you are, Ben. And I know it's in a 10-mile radius of here. So take me there. Now.
Can you hear me? Do you know who I am? Do you know who my father is? Of course you do. He used to kick my ass, on a daily basis. He's a mean fucking person. Violent, holds grudges. Do you know what that means? That means that he'll find you.
You can't front on that. You can't front on that.
For professional motorcycle transport and towing, think Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing. Proudly serving all of Long Island, we feature expert handling and 24/7 service. So send a limo for your toy with Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing.
Yo, what's up, y'all? It's me, DMC, in the place to be, the greatest MC in history. There will never be an MC greater than me. And right about now, the only place for you to be is with the one and only Madhouse TV.
You are the man.
And we're back. So that
got
was
it again.
That was a great clip, and
Yes.
it's going to be suspenseful. And now, when do we plan on seeing
That I'm guessing that one's in the sound mixing, scoring, music stage, so I think that'll probably be out in the fall. And again, it's another short film that's looking to become a bigger film, I think. But even if it stays in the short through the festival circuit, you know, those things go on to do things. Like I was telling you before, DirecTV has a shorts channel now, and I did a short a couple of years ago. I think it's a couple of years ago now. The Steve Sage directed that Lee Kalinsky wrote called Bullified, and I think they made a deal, and that's going to be on the shorts channel. So there's a channel that actually plays these things.
When I had asked you, like, because I don't know a lot about it, so I didn't know if a short film is something that's just made to be a short film and nothing more, and then what becomes of those. But then you enlighten me to say some are, and then some are actually made in the hopes that it can be seen by someone who says, okay, I'm interested, let's do something with this.
The most famous one, I told you before, the most famous one is
that,
Sling Blade. Sling Blade, which was Billy Bob Thornton's piece. Billy Bob Thornton was just sort of a day player actor who was a bit player on Three's Company, a little bit, just like me, everybody else working, trying to make a living. But he wrote this character, the Sling Blade character. He shot like a 15-minute short. I think Molly Ringwald was in it, which was 2 characters. And turned it into Sling Blade, which I think won the Oscar for a screenplay, and launched. He's had a 25-year career,
which is amazing from a
short. So that's what I'm saying. Get involved.
Get involved, right.
Absolutely.
We'll go up together.
Absolutely. Hey, look, everybody starts somewhere to make it there. Nobody just starts there.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So it's a work in progress.
Unless you win American Idol, then you know.
Right.
Yeah, but they still started somewhere.
Yeah.
You know,
that's
they
right.
still
You don't
had
have to win.
somewhere.
You don't have to win.
That's right. And
That's
actually, some of the people that didn't win turned out to be some of the greatest.
Jennifer
artists,
Hudson's got an Oscar.
Yeah.
I don't think she even made it in the top
What's
5.
his name?
Chris Daughtry?
Daughtry.
Yeah, there's
Phenomenal.
several. Yeah.
There's room for all of us.
That's
I keep plugging away.
There's plenty of room out there.
I keep plugging away.
That's right. There's so much talent out there.
And there's so much talent out there that yet the world's to see, you know?
Yeah.
So now, are you going to be at the film festival? There is a film festival coming up in July.
In July is the Long Island
In
International
Belmore.
Film Expo. I don't have anything going this year, and a lot of the things that I know other people are in, I'm working. The night their thing is showing, so because they do it all on the weekends and stuff, so I can't do a lot of stuff. So and that's Debbie Markowitz, who's directing the By Blood tomorrow.
Okay.
Which needs some help financially. That one. She helps run the Long Island Film Expo.
Oh, okay. I wonder if we actually maybe met her a couple of years ago.
I'm sure
Friends.
if you've been to the festival, you've met Debbie, and that thing it's got to be like 18 years now.
Wow.
It's like the 18th annual or 19th annual.
And that's a lot. That's a lot to put together. So Debbie, I'm extending an offer, an invitation to you when By Blood is complete. We would love to have you in the studio. You can bring our friend Russ back and promote it and talk about it and show the clip and. But you're more than welcome here, right, Finn?
That's right.
Love to have you. Come get mad in the madhouse. We all do it, right?
I love a little Deb. Everybody loves a little Deb.
That's right. Everybody
Little
Debbie.
Deb.
That's right.
Well, she sounds like a woman who also wears a lot of hats like you.
Oh, yeah.
She's got an important job.
She's
and
very busy, and now she's, like I said, she's getting into writing and directing film. She started out casting and doing other things, and now she's getting behind the camera. So, and I love Debbie. And like I said, Debbie, I know for years. Debbie was my acting student. When I used to teach acting classes.
Were you a good teacher? We're gonna have to pick her brain if she ever comes on and ask her.
Let me tell you, of all the things I've done, acting, directing, writing, editing, all whatever, I love teaching it. I love it.
Teaching's fun.
Do you see people really come from? I mean, you had beginners, or you had people that had some kind of knowledge
I mixed. My classes were always mixed. They had people who had done some stuff, people who had never done anything, because mine was a basic scene study course on how to break down a character and stuff, and it was incredible how. And Debbie at the time hadn't done much, and there were other people who did stuff, and she always had the biggest breakout moments, because she had no baggage. She had no
Right.
preconceived
Right,
acting
she
stuff.
could let it
She
go.
just went crazy,
Yeah.
you know.
That's probably
And
the
she did
best
well.
way to come into it.
But
you know?
has she acted at all? Or she just basically
You
does
know,
all
I don't
the
know.
other things
I really
involved
don't
with
know.
acting?
I don't know. You'd have to
Really?
ask her. I don't know.
But you were saying teaching, you know, because I coach.
Yes.
And I enjoy it. You know, I played sports all my life.
Right.
But coaching is just a whole different level. It's just,
Yeah.
it just brings happiness to me. I love doing
To
it.
see somebody who comes in with nothing, a clean slate,
Exactly.
and to say, give them a few things just to kind of get them on the road, because the teacher's job is to lead you to the door of your potential, right?
Right.
So they can walk through is the whole point. And I used to love that when they'd start out in a class one way, and by the third class, it clicked, and the truth was coming out, and they were forgetting where they were, and they were just in it. It was like, I
And
used
then
to
you
jump
see-
around and go crazy.
Then you see that excitement in themselves because they realize something clicks,
Right,
you know,
right,
and then it's like unleashing an animal, I guess, right? They start to see what their potential
It's
is
true,
and they
it's
just
true,
run
though.
with it, which is really great.
That's the same as coaching. You get a kid
Exactly.
who can't catch the ball,
Would you?
and by the middle of the season, he's making
Exactly.
phenomenal
Yeah, right,
plays.
right.
You're
It's like,
happy,
wow.
he's happy, parents
Exactly.
are happy, you know. And now, would you ever do that again? Would you ever teach?
I would teach in a heartbeat, but I only taught adults, you know, so 17 and up. I never was into kids. That ends up being games and improv games and stuff. But I taught for adults, and there was never enough call for it. I used to have a studio in Lindenhurst that I rented. I had my own.
Wellwood Avenue?
Yeah, I used to have right by the train station. I used to have a studio there.
Upstairs?
Upstairs. No, not that's a theater. That's the
Right.
studio theater.
Okay.
But I used to have my own studio in the village where I had taught classes for a
Because
while.
I grew up there and
I know. No, I was right down the block from them.
Yes, okay.
But I could never sustain the adult course, and I was never much of a businessman to do that.
Right.
And I know there's a lot of folks out there. There's a couple of people out there who teach on the island now, and they do different kinds of things than I did probably. But if I had 8 to 10 people that I knew would commit to an 8-week course, I'd get a space and do it.
Okay, that you just heard it. You heard it here on the Soluri.
Don't make us get you some people now.
I'll do
You
it.
got me and Ben. That's 2.
All right, there you
I'll
go.
get you 6 other people, 8
Yeah.
other people. I mean,
Yeah.
I would love that.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a blast, and we always had a good time. Always had a good time.
You really need to put down all your guards.
Yeah.
In anything like that. And I took a course. Well, I maybe only went twice. I was young. Oh, well, to me it was young. I was like 22. I remember one of the guys in the class reminded me of John Mellencamp. But I remember feeling very shy.
Sure.
Afraid to just, you know, and with improv and all that, you really just have to let it all out, go and not worry about if you're doing it silly, if you, you know, you really can't because you're not going to tap into it.
You gotta have no
until-
shame in your game. That's what
Well,
it
the
is.
I
thing
had a whole lot of shame in my game.
As
I
an
was
actor,
so
there's
nervous.
2 parts of you that are always going on. There's the part that's kind of controlling the puppet, you know, the brain.
Right.
But you have to push that stuff back, and that's all done in rehearsal and preparation. You do your prep and you learn your lines and you make your choices in preparation. That's all up here, and then once you get to perform, whether it's on stage or in front of a camera, this has got to go. You got to forget that,
Right.
and just trust that it's going to be there.
Right.
And it'll be there, but then you're just in it, and it's moment to moment, and it's truthful, and whatever happens, happens. And that's that. When those moments happen, especially in a class setting where somebody's experiencing it for the first time, and it's like, I don't even know what I just did.
Right, exactly.
You know,
You can never.
those are some of the
revisit it.
greatest, happiest moments of my life. I was doing that.
Well, I'm going to hold you to that because if that ever, well, actually, if you ever put anything together, you have to let us know.
I'll see if there's interest. I'll do it.
Right,
But
right,
It's
okay.
it's a little extra.
That's like
Now we-
that's like the comedy thing too. You know, you get up there and you know you.
God bless you.
Yeah.
You got to do it now. You know, you're
I would be
there. You're
sweating.
there.
And
There's
the
no
reaction,
you
the
know.
reaction's immediate, and it's either there or it's not there.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
And it can be different anyway. You know, you could have a room full of people that laugh at this punchline. Then the next show you do, nobody gets it or nobody, that's
Exactly.
all right.
Well,
And
that's
then
live
and you
theater
got to
too,
keep it
yeah.
rolling. You know, it's like you don't have the band behind you
Exactly.
to hit a different note. Like you know,
It's courage.
take the lead.
Takes a lot of courage.
Yeah, yeah. Now we do have one more clip.
Yes.
Right, because we want. I don't know. I know.
Yep.
We don't have much time left.
Yeah,
but
we
now
can do
set
one
us
more
up.
just to kind of wrap it up, just to remind everybody that Send No Flowers and Night Never Sleeps, the 2 Fred Carpenter films that I starred in and produced and edited, are going to be on Time Warner, Comcast, and Cox video on demand coming in July. I think starting July 1st.
July
I'll check on
1st.
that, but definitely.
I believe it's July 1st, yeah.
So we showed Night Never Sleeps at the top of the show. We can show Send No Flowers trailer if you want. We can do that now.
We could do that, and our friend Donna DeCiani is also in
Yes,
that.
big shout out to my
Sean
friend.
Young.
Sean Young.
And Tony LoBianco.
Tony LoBianco, okay, that's right. And Mark Mendoza.
Mark Mendoza, yes. And Fred Carpenter.
That's right.
Oh, that's right, with Mark Mendoza,
Right.
yeah. All right, so we're gonna take that scene and
Send No Flowers.
We're gonna watch.
Send No Flowers.
It's not just a male thing, you know. To want to be on top, to protect what's yours. Oh, I learned that much watching my mother deal with my father while she was alive. The woman knows.
You don't trust your couples?
I do not.
So the broad, Tony.
You know I could help you with her.
I'd like to speak with your client, Antonio Albano, in regards to the murder of her father, Anthony Albano.
My brother's in charge now, and there's nobody that's gonna get in his way.
Just run away? I love this life.
This is just business. My brother respected Anthony.
You say so?
È una stanza discussione da.
Who exactly was my father, Richard?
Your father was a complicated man. We came here today.
To jerk me off? I want my money, and I want it by the end of the month.
Gaetano's been after your dad's piece of the pie for years.
What about the skirt? What about her?
That girl would be crazy to come at me now.
You owe me. This whole family owes me.
I owe you nothing.
You burned bridges. You have no allies.
You know, this wasn't in the plan.
Things change.
These are associates of our father. They won't hesitate to kill you and dump your body. Do you understand?
As soon as we're done with your beautiful baby sister, we're gonna start on you.
Where are the feds? Who called them off?
I will keep this family's assets, and I will not go down without a fight.
I will protect you till my dying last breath.
Tomorrow is promised to no one.
Joan of Arc. Did you ever have Joan of Arc?
Yeah. She was burned at the stake.
God!
And that was it. Send No
Send No
Flowers.
Flowers, yeah. Available video on demand with Night Never Sleeps in July. So.
Loved it. Great movie. I urge you all to go get it, go rent it. It's great.
And we have invitations out also to Jackie Martling and to Sean Young, as well as Debbie Markowitz. Come on down to the Madhouse.
Sure. Well,
Bring Russ
I'll
with
give
you.
him a call. I'll see if
definitely. We have fun here.
We're
you know,
we're gonna have Russ push him a little bit.
yeah, and you know what? We're here to help promote, all these talented people.
Well, I just love the energy of you guys.
Oh,
I love it's a fun, it's very relaxed and it's cool and
You're like at home, right? Isn't
totally,
it?
yeah.
It's fun.
I think I have this same wallpaper.
Definitely. Well, you know.
This is our home away from home.
We're
so.
always in your corner.
Thanks.
And I just want to say again, people, watch these films when they're available, July 1st. You won't be sorry because Russ delivers. He's like so intense and so great at his craft. And that's in front of the camera and also behind the camera. So it would be money well invested if you guys could, reach out to him and
absolutely
do the right thing.
We have a lot of projects ready to go, and there's nothing like creating a film experience. And if you ever wanted to be involved in it in a way and put your money where your mouth is, I have projects to direct you to, and I will guarantee you'll enjoy the ride. That's for sure.
Awesome.
Absolutely. And one more time, tell them where we can find
Oh,
you.
yeah. Well, because there's so many different things and so many different contacts for all these projects that I'm involved in, just contact me directly, Russ, R-U-S-S, at Tag Studio, T-A-G, Studio, S-T-U-D-I-O-N-Y, tagstudiony.com. Russ at tagstudiony.com. I'll put you in touch with the producers of all these things, and if you want to be involved in creating great films. I got about 4 feature films ready to go right now. So
That's right. This guy delivers. And we didn't have time this time, but we're going to bring you back, and we're just going to have a boxing ring.
Yes.
And you and Vinny could talk boxing. And you
I
could
would
do, right?
love to do that. The whole show talking boxing. I would
Listen,
love it.
we're going to bring you back, and he could bring maybe Buddy McGirt or.
I would love it.
Right? Or we could definitely get Dickie Eklund on
That would
and
be
maybe
awesome.
Mickey Ward. So
Yeah,
we're
I
inviting
would
you
love
when we do that. You're
When
part
you bring
of
the
it.
boxing guys,
You promise?
Hey, big shout out to Eddie Harris. Steps is coming. Premiere's coming soon, probably in August. Stay tuned. We'll let you know. Next week's 4th of July. We're not going to be doing a live show. We'll be doing a rerun. Everybody have a safe 4th of July. Don't light up firecrackers and blow off your fingers.
Listen, it's really easy to call a taxi or let a friend who's sober drive you home. Have fun, but do the right thing. Have a great week.
Don't
We'll
drink
see
and
you
drive.
Tuesday.
Peace.
Ciao. Thanks, Russ.
Thank you.
It was great. It was great having you.
Awesome. That was great.
Definitely.